What is the secret to receiving more? Now we could think about receiving more as in more chocolate, more ice cream, more stuff, like we're in a worldly sense. Or how do we receive more spiritually from God? Because there is actually a secret to receiving more, by the way. So I had a youth director when I was a kid. He had come from America to Ireland and he was running youth retreats, regular youth retreats. They were like Cursillo. If you've ever heard of Cursillo, it's like a weekend retreat. For adults, this was the teenage version called Tech. The guy who ran it, he was so good at kind of spotting how to challenge someone. What was the next step for this person that was, a little bit out of their comfort zone, but within their capacity. And he would encourage us, but he also then just let us go for it, give us whatever support we needed. And we were at some day together. It wasn't one of the retreats. And I kind of said to him, John, I don't know. I don't feel like I'm getting much out of the retreats anymore. And he turns to me, almost like he was waiting for me to say it, and goes, that's fantastic. Now you can start to give. But it was true. And I was like, oh, yeah, wow. I've been coming just kind of for me, and how can I receive? And it was like this invitation into adulthood. It's like, great, now you can start to give. And it wasn't just, now that you're an adult, you just have to, forget about yourself and just, it's all about giving stuff to people and you just get sucked dry, It was like, no, you start to give. It's like, and what he talked about was like, this is now how you receive, is by giving. So how can you change your attitude and come to these retreats not to receive, but to give? And you will actually receive as you get this attitude. How can I start to give more and just change my attitude? Jesus says the same thing. He says, give and it will be given to you. A good measure, shaken together, pressed down and running over, shall be poured into your lap. You go up for, a little bit and it will, your cup will be so full, it will overflow and fall on your lap. It's like this huge abundance, way more than you could use. So much that you can just keep giving it away. It is in giving that we receive. And even the 12-step programs, AA, if you've ever talked to some AA folks, they will often say this phrase, the constant thought of others and how to meet their needs, which, we could take that a wrong direction, get codependent about it. But there's something beautiful about that, where you make the goal of your life to give to others, not to take from them. If you've seen my other video where I talked about like calling a friend, and me needing to learn to check my motives. Am I calling my friend right now to receive or to give, to love them? Why am I in this friendship? Is it for me or is it for them? And the amazing thing is that as I have learned to make other people the focus, you know what? I have no control over me receiving, but I just want to bless them. I just want to call my friend and really let them know that they're loved. I want to listen to them, make time for them. And if they return the favor, that's awesome, but I can't control that. And I find the more I've done that, the more I've received. Like when I was a teenager, like it actually works. I start giving more on these retreats and I just get this sense of fulfillment and joy and peace and overflow. It is in giving that you receive, the secret to receiving more. In your attitude, in your prayer with Jesus. Okay, there's a time in which it's just about receiving. We ask God for stuff and he blesses us. We turn up and he just gives us grace and joy and peace. But at a certain point, we have to start to learn that it's actually about him. And I give to him by what? By worshiping him, by praising him, by adoring him, by thinking about him, going, you are amazing, which is like a form of praise, right? So I'm giving to him, I'm showering him with my love, affection, attention, and time. But I receive so much. Like, this is how I receive. Like, one of the things I love more than anything is to give to God in prayer, because he will never be outdone. It's amazing. And guys, this is true in every sphere of life, in your finances. Like, oh no, I don't have enough money. Think about giving something away. Now, do it prayerfully. Ask God. Are you like tithing? Is that a thing that you do? Tithing is a biblical biblical concept from the Old Testament, where you give 10% of your money away to the poor or for evangelization, service of the church, whatever. It can seem like shocking. What? It is in giving that you receive. And when we start to operate this way and go and trust God, and it may not be 10%, it might be more, it might be less. Ask God. But are you giving substantially? And I don't say this because I want your money. No, you have to discern with the Lord how he wants to do that. You will find an abundance and overflow. I found this in the Friary. Sometimes, we're like, oh, we have this project, we have to raise money. And we don't have enough. What are we going to do? And I just love sometimes some of the brothers are like, yeah, brothers, I think we just need to give money away. And I kid you not, when we have done this, like I've been in meetings where brothers were like, we figure out, okay, we're going to give away, this 100 to them and them. And we've committed to that. And then that very day, that amount comes into the Friary. Exactly what we committed to give away. I'm like, wow. And then more money comes in. So when the lines of supply dry up, I now think, oh, wow, we need to give something away. Anyway, there's a little thought. Might be challenging, but if you do it, it will be very helpful. So there you go. God bless you guys. Say a prayer for me and I'll say one for you. Bye.